Okay, here we're gonna demonstrate how to add lines of paragraphs into a document. There's two ways here. Let's find out. For example, here I wanted to turn this section right here into a. We'll pick right here to a new paragraph. A shortcut would be Control P, for example. Shoot. Control P, and it'll make it into a new paragraph. Here's another one. Control P. And let's say you needed the third one here. Control P. This one's going to be hard to do. To do a new line, example down here. You Control Shift F5, and it made it into a new line without indexing. But let's say you needed index, you can tab it. Once again, Shift F5, make a new line. Control P, make a new paragraph. Tab. Okay, the F8 key. The F8 key is a option that gives you the chance to change paragraphs, questions, answers, add speakers in, subparagraphs, centered. See all the options. I'll do a quick example here of, for example, I want to turn this was supposed to be an answer, let's say. So you can actually choose this and it'll automatically convert the paragraph into the thing. But you want to see, Control Z to come back, how to add speakers. So, oh shoot. For example, let's see here. Oh my God. Wrong button. So let's say this paragraph was needed added to a speaker. We would choose the option for speaker, and this would be, let's say, Mr. Bert, whatever his name is. We would then change it to Mr. Bert. An example. Then let's say this was the response of the second speaker. Once again, you would hit F8. You would add the second speaker. And let's say this was Mr. John. So now Mr. Johnson, this paragraph becomes Mr. Johnson's. And let's say this was the third final response from Mr. Bert. Once again, F8, choose your speaker, and we will make it Mr. Bert again. So you can see here, now Mr. Bert responded. Let's say things are also cut off here. We can also add, with Alt-N, page break. So, Mr. Bert's and Mr. Johnson's paragraphs are not cut in half. And they look cleaner. Okay, a page break. A page break can be inserted to separate jobs, print, text, separate pages. If you have more than one, too much information that needs to be spread out, that needs to be in its own particular page, for example, you can break the page up. You could see here in the very first page, let's say I didn't want this page, this information to be in the same line as the rest of the document. I added a page break, and that made it its own printing page. I'll give you an example. Here's another. Here would be my PDF printing, and it may turn my 6 pages into 7 because I created a break here. I'll give you an example again. Let's say I wanted this this paragraph here to be its own page as well, and this completely separate information. I would hit Alt-N, add a page break, and it would automatically turn this into its own separate full page. You can see here that the break is there. I'm going to add a couple more. Let's see, we'll add one here in draft. We want the end of draft to be its own section. This original document was 6 pages. After these 3 breaks plus the extra one, it should be 10. So we're going to add another page break here on the draft, and then we are going to how to cancel print one more. Alt N, and insert commands here. Now let's say I wanted to, I'm going to show an example here. We're going to do sample 3. So you could see that the original document went from 6 to, since I put 4 page breaks, it's separated the info to its own page. So here was the first page break, and wrap it up. Here is another page break after the printing. Also gives you the space you need. Okay, I accidentally hit edit. Draft. Should be one after cancel printing here. See, after the cancel printing, it completely separated everything.